This is called a marinated beef petite tender. You want to cook it or cut it against the grain, as we're doing here. It comes pre-marinated, so thaw it out and cook it up, either on top of the stove, on your grill, under the broiler, or in your air fryer. All of that works really nicely, and you want to cook this to about a medium. Medium is probably about as done as you want it, and you're going to have a really lovely flavor. Now, Chris Mincer is here to talk about the Rastelli brand. You've been with the brand for 25 years.
I have, yes,
You're
sir.
also not only a trained butcher, but you're also a trained chef.
I am.
And we are thrilled you're here, sir. This is very exciting. You and I have presented this before, or actually, Ray and I presented this before. Very, very popular, and already popular in this show from our preview. Now, this is what we call a hot pick. Hot picks are star products of every day on QVC. So when you see the hot pick moniker, you know that it's a popular item, and these are very special. They're part of the steer that doesn't get a lot of exercise.
It doesn't. It's coming from the actual shoulder, David, and it's really, really scarce. So we don't get a lot of this. There's only about 2 pounds that we're getting out of an entire steer. And from that, we're getting like 4 steaks. So last time, I know Ray was mentioning, it took us almost 8 months to get this back on QVC because it's so, so special.
This is lovely, and you don't need any seasoning packet with this because it's already pre-marinated.
It is pre-marinated, David. We have our favorite steak seasoning that we put on here, and we added a little bit of paprika to it, a little bit of red bell pepper that we actually put into the marinade.
Thank you for the slices because I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir.
I may have a couple.
And what you're going to find, I always...
But first, the marinade is delicious. It's a steakhouse marinade.
It's a steakhouse marinade.
I taste salt, pepper, garlic.
Salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder.
A little paprika.
A little paprika. Very, very, just to accent and highlight that meat.
And this steak is so tender, and it's so juicy, and you just keep slicing, oh my word.
I'm just slicing so I can show you how big these are, because we do call them petite tenders, but it really isn't petite. I got a fork right there for you.
I'm coming in.
I know.
All right, I know
and it's
beef
not,
is what's for dinner.
Well, beef is what's for dinner, and you know, there's restaurants now. We go to a lot of them. We have these round tables with some friends of ours. The burger is now $20 at a restaurant.
Yes.
So this is $12 for not a 5-ounce. This is an 8-ounce steak. That's a lot of beef
And it
you're
eats
getting
like
here.
filet.
It really does.
You're going to love it, and you get 6 of them. Now, you got one.
Oh my
in the
gosh.
package. Isn't that nice? And
What's
that
the deal
marinade,
with that?
How about that marinade?
That's so tender.
it's so this is
Why is this not like more well known? So it's not the sirloin, it's not the ribeye.
It's not the
The
ribeye.
filet.
It's a petite tender. It's coming from the shoulder. And why it's not well known, Rick,
Yeah.
it's because the butchers have been taking this home for years.
Kind of the butcher's secret?
It's a butcher's secret.
Also, only a few steaks per steer,
So
right?
the butchers take them home because it's
I'm in, man.
It's questionable on what the tender cut of beef is on a steer. It's between the filet and the petite tender. But the thing I love about the petite tender is that it's bursting with flavor. You get all that unbelievable flavor that you get from a ribeye or even a strip steak.
What is the marinade, actually?
The marinade is our
It's a steakhouse
steakhouse
marinade.
marinade. It has the salt, the pepper, the onion powder, the garlic powder. It has paprika in it. It's just a nice blend to highlight the actual flavor.
Isn't it
It is
lovely?
incredible.
Yeah.
And it eats like a filet mignon. That's
Now, we're
what's so
shipping
special
this
about
2
it.
different ship weeks. We're doing an immediate ship. We're also doing 331, and there's also an auto delivery on this. And I'm surprised we have auto delivery because they're so hard to come by.
They
But when
really
you've got
are.
a powerhouse like Rastelli, they're going to stock up on what's really good. So every 60 days for 1 year, you can sign up for auto delivery.
Which is really
That's
good.
great.
By the way, look at that. How about fajitas? How about steak fajitas? How about this?
How
Would be
about
amazing.
chili? How about top your baked potato? How about top a salad with
How
these?
about-
Or how about a Philly cheesesteak?
How about do what we do?
But a
Right in
high-end
Philly,
Philly
right?
cheesesteak, man,
Yeah,
that's
look
a
at
killer.
is that killer? I mean, look at this.
Come on.
Like, how about that?
Come on.
And this is going to eat like butter. I mean, because this is so tender. 'Cause it's coming from that shoulder that's not used, right? But the shoulder
Let me
has
get a
the
clean
most.
fork and just make this even more irresistible.
Oh, look at that!
There it is.
It has the absolute most flavor. You're getting
That is the best
beef
$12
flavor.
steak I've ever had.
Yeah,
I like
and
it.
it's going to compare against
look,
a filet
there's a little
mignon.
piece just for me.
But, I mean, it's just a beautiful piece.
Did you cover this shit? Do you make this like you would make a fillet? Like how would you?
Yes,
Does it cook quicker?
I'll tell you, there's a couple ways you can do it.
it's pretty lean, right?
Yeah, it's very lean. There's no fat. I'm going to show it to you. That's a great
do this, it eats like filet, so you want to cook it only to about a medium temperature, right?
This is a steak, it's best at medium rare to medium. It's very lean. Now, we do age this for 28 days. It's Black Angus from the farmers that we've been dealing with for 50 years. When we get it in, we age it for 28 days. We trim it, clean it, and then we cryovac it. But this is all you're getting. This is the size. So it's 8 ounces, and then we take our Steakhouse Marinade, we throw that on there, just like this.
And then you vacuum seal it.
Then we vacuum seal it. It gets rubbed all around. And this is porous, so that seasoning actually gets into that meat.
It draws it in, and then you are left with great flavor, and then as it thaws, it marinates even more.
And then what you're gonna do is you are gonna thaw it at home, take it out the night before, and if you forget, an hour, a half hour in running cold water and it's thawed, you're good to go. These are great pan-seared. I actually pan-sear these on medium heat, and I keep it in there, a little butter, and I keep on basting it, and it's only taking about 12 minutes, right?
Low carb. You take this on a salad.
I can eat my whole weight in this.
Yeah, great meal.
And one of these will be one of these is 29 grams of 39 grams of protein.
39 grams of protein.
39 grams of protein to one of these. And I'm telling you, this goes a long way.
Oh, look, here's more slices. Okay.
And it does go a long way. I mean, we just did a whole cheesesteak, put this on a salad.
By the way, look how thick that baby is.
It is.
That's 8 ounces. That's a big. I keep saying fillet, but it's not a fillet, but it looks like a fillet. It cuts like a fillet.
And it eats like a fillet.
And it eats like a fillet.
It really does. And it has more of that beef. Listen, if you're someone that loves filet mignon, you're going to love this. If you're someone that doesn't eat filet mignon, but loves that strip steak, that ribeye, you're going to love this.
Because you love the texture, right?
You're going to get that texture and softness of a filet, and you're going to get that beefy steak flavor
When I go to
for.
a steakhouse, I get the blackened ribeye, right? It's great. It's fantastic. It also has like 97 grams of fat. It's the fattiest steak, right?
Yes.
But the flavor is going to be there.
Yes.
You've got great flavor there, and it's like a tenth of the fat.
And it's lean.
It's really lean.
Very lean.
And here's the thing with this. It goes a long, long way, David. We just cut this again. I mean, put this on a salad. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Look at this. Look how
It's a healthy bite, but that's okay. It's so tender.
it is butter. I mean, and those people that do love filet will love this. The people that always want filet but don't like the flavor because it's not beefy are going to go crazy.
Or they
over
don't
this.
do filet because it's so pricey. This is
yeah.
delightful. And now, both of our ship weeks are selling pretty evenly. Okay. Now, if we want them immediately, we have fewer than 300 remaining. We have a few more to go around on the 331. This is very, very popular. You're getting 6 of these 8-ounce steaks. And best way to prepare these is pan-sear?
You can do them any way you cook a steak. They're great on the grill for the summer. I love them on the grill. I love them on pan-sear during the winter. Finish them in the oven if you like, but they do cook beautiful in the pan. I just cut this in half because I want to show you. This is clean from end to end. When you slice this in half, look at the texture of this. This looks just like a filet mignon, and it eats like a filet, but it tastes like a steak. It has that beefy flavor that's coming from that shoulder, where all that flavor is coming from.
And you get some great texture with this as well. So this is really lovely product. $99.98 for 6 of these 8 ounces. These are big steaks.
These are big steaks. And here's a little chef tip for you.
Okay.
So if you're at home and you take these out of the package like this, and you have this big steak, some people get a little, I guess, tentative about cooking something thicker and bigger like this. What I do at home for my wife and I cut this raw into about 1-inch pieces, and I make medallions.
Oh, nice.
I do medallions. They will cook literally 2 minutes on each side in the saute pan, and then they're done, and you can put them right on with your mashed potatoes or however you want to eat it on top of a salad.
I mean, have steak and eggs for breakfast.
They really do.
Or surf and turf if you're going to serve it with that hake. Oh, my word.
Yeah. So, David, it looks like this. When I make my medallions, this is what I do. It looks just like this. And look how beautiful this is.
Nice and thick.
They're nice and thick. I do it just like that at home. This is the way my wife and I, and we split this because it's 8 ounces. Now, David, I know you're going to eat a whole one, right? Because you made that very clear.
Many of you have this in your carts right now on QVC.com, and you're thinking to yourself, well, if it's in my cart, it's safe. Well, it is for a short amount of time. If you take no action on it, the people at QVC.com are sneaky, and they will release it back in the inventory for other people that are ready to place an order. So if this is in your cart, check out right now. This is that good. We have 2 ship weeks, immediate and 331. There's also an auto delivery. Now, if you want it immediately, I have fewer than 250 to go around.
Wow.
If you want March 31st, fewer than 450 to go around. These are going very quickly. And if you're looking for a great source of protein, each steak is 39 grams of protein.
David.
Thank you for those small pieces.
Yes, I
might
You might take
eat
one.
them all together.
And this is-
What was that, Mike? I'm sorry. .com and apps are the way to go right now because we're very busy on our phone lines.
And that was medium, David, and that is still like butter.
So good.
I mean, if you close your eyes and you have this at home, you are not going to know.
I mean,
this is
people.
not
I
filet
mean,
mignon.
if you served this to me and didn't tell me, and I didn't know any better, I would think it was filet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not filet. It eats like a filet. It cuts like a filet. It cooks like a filet. But it's not going to be a filet, and so you're not going to pay that extra price tag for it. If it were a filet, you might see a lot more money on the price tag.
8-ounce filet, yes.
Yeah,
I don't.
hello.
Oh, yeah, hello. But you're going to get the flavor, you're going to get the tenderness, and you're going to get the experience of a filet mignon. This literally is my favorite steak now at home. This is what this is our go-to, especially in the summer, all winter long. And like you said, this is also great for doing recipes. If you want to make a chili, or because that seasoning.
Or tacos. I mean, if you're doing petite tender tacos, invite me. I'll help you eat them.
And you get,
I mean, come on now. You cook this to a medium, and you get all the juiciness and all the tenderness.
Look at
And
that.
I also see that you're cutting against the grain.
I am. You absolutely want to cut against the grain. And look at that. Look at the texture in here. It's a filet. That seasoning is just melting right into that. And every single bite. And look how juicy this is. Now we've been out here, David, for what, 8 to 10 minutes already?
sir.
And look at this. This is still juicing. Look at how that's the moisture that you're getting from that shoulder. It's that incredible marbling. It's that great steak flavor that you're getting from.
It's a very tender steak.
Oh, it's so delicious.
It's like butter. And I know this because I'm eating it. Oh, wow. I've had a You're looking for a great source of protein, something that is low in carb, but very high in protein. This is it. And we're talking about cutting against the grain. Now, the grain runs north and south on the steak. You want to cut it east-west.
Yes.
And you're going to get a beautiful result. Tender, juicy, and perfect.
It is. And David, I mean, you're really getting 12 of these.
Sometimes I find that with a pre-marinated steak, it's not seasoned enough.
Right.
I have to add more seasoning. This you don't.
This is right out of the package, David, which we have right here. And you can see, if you look at this closely.
You can see the marinade.
Yeah, you can see that seasoning right on there. It's just like, it's actually like dry rubbed on it. And then it cryovacs on there. And then the juices are naturally penetrating into the steak.
Yeah, I mean,
And
this is how it comes shipped to you. Now yours will be frozen. But you're going to love that flavor. And the pre-marinade is lovely. Now, it's
Yes.
put in there, rubbed in, and
Yes.
it's absorbed all the while. But as it thaws, even more marination takes place.
It does. And it really gets into that meat. And then you have this great experience. And we have 6 here, but I can tell you, most places, 4 ounces is what's the recommended amount of protein. So you're going to get, this is going to go a long way. You're going to get 12
Oh,
to
look,
13
these two
slices.
pieces are stuck together. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm not proud.
But absolutely delicious.
Mini.
Yeah, they are wonderful. Just so
They're
juicy.
like
so
butter.
delicious. It's like
And it's like butter.
It's like tenderloin. It's like
Now,
beef
if you
tenderloin.
want this
Filet mignon.
immediately, I have fewer than 100 remaining. If you want March 31st, we have fewer than 350, and we have auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. This is wonderful product. Thank you, Chris
Thank you
Spencer.
so much.
Good to see you, my
Good to
friend.
see you as well.
All right. Now, still to come, we have my grandma's coffee cake coming up in choice of flavors. Now, the lemon blueberry is brand new.